Suits. I say suits because you can dress up a caveman or a garbage man into a suit and make him look as though he's changed, as though he is supposed to be someone that you follow, respect. But if his actions don't change, especially over centuries, well, then he's the same animal that he was before, only this time he puts on cufflinks, he puts on a suit, and then he tells you that self-determination is not a thing. We have colonialized you, subjugated you for so long, we do not know how to set you free. And plus, you have something we want. Again, we took your labor the first time. Now, we're going to continue extracting from you. And if we can take your labor again, that'll be fine. But if we can't, well, destruction is inevitable. What am I talking about? I had a person tell me that I was disorganized in what I was saying. See, so many people want to help you write your speeches or write what you have to say so they can control the narrative. But see, there's too much to say. You see, while we argue amongst each other, and that's especially in the Black community or the Asian community, don't talk about the Latin community. Nobody wants to see Black folks with money, but we've always had money and resources. All we have to do is get rid of the thieves, the liars, and our people who aids them in our destruction. Now, one of the ways that they've always done that is through missionaries and then the military. Well, I don't believe anything but that there's a ceiling somewhere up there, and nobody's seen what's up there. But these same suits wrote you a book that you have so much faith in that you would give your electricity money, your children's future, and you to the same people who actually maligned, subjugated, breeded, and did all those things. You would do it again. All they have to do is make you rich, because you have no community-minded self-respect. Just not too long ago, while we were paying attention to rap and arguing with each other, they had a vote at NATO. Supposedly all these countries got together and they were going to vote on if the blacker cause, which was slavery, was the worst evil that this world has seen, and if it's comparable to the Holocaust. Well, see, nothing could be comparable to the Holocaust, because one of the things that Neely Fuller said, that if you do not understand white supremacy, everything else will confuse you. Well, let me cut through the chase and tell you about the confusion is nothing. They just simply, in the narrative of the United States and all over the world, feel as though Europeans are above Africans, Black people, any people. And so you will never, no matter if you 100 million perished and only 5 million of Europeans perished, the Europeans dying is more important than the Africans. And you let it, because see, we want to blame, the people that voted, for no reparations. We want to blame the person that raised his hand and say United States, Argentina, and Israel. No, they don't deserve nothing. And then the other ones who said that they're going to abstain. You are cowards, understand? Because you were deeply involved in that whole situation, and now that it's time to actually blank or get off the pot, yes or no, or tell the truth, you want to keep your hands down. And nobody doesn't want to shine a light on you to see your true face. You see, because every time I see, excuse me, I'm not talking about everybody, but when I see a European sometime coming to me smiling and everything else, every antenna in me goes up because I know he doesn't mean me no good. Never have. Now, that's not to say that I haven't had European friends, and I mean actual friends. And the only way you find that out is in a fight or in war or the military. You understand? When they're ready to go down with you. But getting back to what I wanted to say, have you ever noticed that Israel can get all the weapons that they want, nuclear, I don't care what it is, but the minute Latin, Cuba, Africa needs weapons to deter the colonialists, all of a sudden now you have to send somebody over there and fix that situation so that they can remain defenseless, so that you can keep raping not only you rape the children, you rape the mothers, the fathers, the sons, and now you're raping the earth. Mother Earth is crying. But we don't care. You see, you won't care until they come and knock on your door and ask you. And then this birthright citizenship. The only immigrants I see are Europeans. How in the world? That's like going inside your mother's home and telling them that that's not their home. Most of us that look just like me have never been to Africa. But our DNA screams, the drums scream and pound for us in our ears. And we put rap music in there so that we don't have to hear the truth of our spirit. Oh, but let me tell you something. For so long, we have not known what brotherhood meant. But here you got people who made a decision over in Europe to stick together to conquer the world, your world, and you act like you don't know it's happening. Well, it is happening. And don't blame the system, blame the people who are supposed to be the system. I'm not blaming no president, SCOTUS, or nothing else anymore. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm looking at these foolish people talking about Jasmine Crockett or some Cory Booker or Al Green. You know why they're talking about them? Because they're the only ones speaking up for some truth. You hate Ibrahim Traore because he told you that you've been raping us for so long and now I'm not going for it. In the United States, there's no marching or nothing about them putting their hands up saying you don't deserve nothing. They've never given you nothing and they plan on not.